Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome to me moving my water bottle further away from the mic because I literally just realized I have my water bottle like literally in front of the microphone. So here's the thing, I was playing this game, like this is a session of the game that I've been playing. Also, I feel like this is like a bug thing, right? But like the loop thing is gone, and then also like the stacking hats thing is gone as well. I don't see where that button is. I never hit that button, but it's like it's supposed to be on the screen, right? But it's crazy when I'm not recording. I feel like a fucking dog witch, more like god witch. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Well, this fucking sucks. Hello? 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 Okay, this is bad. That's even worse, honestly. Yeah? Yes? Correct? Wonderful, even? I killed the guy who had, no resist, by the way. Little mini mushroom, no resist, by the way, and that's just sort of the life that I'm living. I had I played like 4 runs. 2 of them didn't count because there were corruption runs where I just died immediately. Okay, I have a new strategy here, okay? And we're gonna talk about it more when we see something that's like actually run winning. I'm gonna go with Power Bracelet, just in case we have to fight the fucker, the tree, the piece of shit. But I played like 4 games while I was eating, and 2 of them didn't count because they're corruption runs that died immediately because haha, corruption forces you to take damage at the end of everything. Alright. Okay, yeah, sure, fuck it, man. Who cares? Absolutely, wonderful. I love making the 33% chance when it doesn't really help me at all. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? The only annoying thing about the blue beastie right now is, like, any arrow that we cast just kind of immediately sucks, but, like, you know, why not? It was good enough, I suppose. And I mean, how about another arrow? What is the RNG here? Like what okay, all right, listen, we're in hell. This has gone really badly immediately, but like I kept having runs back to back where I'm like, yeah, I'm just kind of like goated. You know, I had a boss run where I just won easily, and then I had like a couple of corruption runs where like, haha, I died early. But you know, I had a corruption run that got past like the forest, and then I just like easily won, and it's like I'm just kind of a different kind of dog witch beast, honestly. And I did like a frick ton of damage, man. I almost want to say Bent Bapper, even though that's very sketchy. I just feel like we need to Hail Mary something, even though this is gonna probably get us killed immediately. You know, God will humble me. I don't use the Bent Bapper very often. I feel like the only reason it's redeemable is that you don't have to corrupt it to get it to actually, like, you know, because the wild damage mother flipper is like evil, man. Like the wild damage guy, the crazy straw, that shit is too crazy for me. I like to be a psycho in video games. That shit is too crazy for me, honestly. I am not that kind of beast, unfortunately. And, yeah, I feel a little bit bad about it. That's order, by the way. That's order. But we got lucky, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, oh no. I was hoping that I could just, like, swipe it up and cast it, but... so we're probably gonna die to the boss. I don't think there's any way we cannot die to the boss, because we've lost a lot of good healing, right off the bat. We're gonna have to get lucky. Yeah, that's the motherfucker I didn't want to see. That is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game, just because the time that you fight him. The Lizard King is significantly easier in almost every way. And, you know, right away, one of the things that you see is we don't have any wand charge. So the kind of situation that we're in is, bad. Bad? Okay, okay. I have wand charge. In theory, I can get a Bapper. In theory, I can get a Bapper instead of just, like, buying time and turns. This turn, I can play Trolls for damage reduction, damage mitigation. Thank God for that. We're probably dead. We're probably dead. The tree's just gonna hit me. The tree always hits me. The tree always... There's weighted RNG in this game. The longer that I play it, the more I'm convinced there's weighted RNG in this game. The forest is the hardest fucking part. Why do I keep playing roguelites where the hardest part of the game is the very beginning? And when you're doing, like, the harder challenges in the game, it's like, oh yeah, okay, fuck me, man. What is this? The fucking squad is ready to jump my ass the moment I spawn, and it's like, thank God I got, like, at least something. But, like, goddamn, man. Like, look at this shit. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll take 3 poison. And then not get any wands and not get any bones, so I take a shit ton of damage. Okay, alright. I can't complain. I can't complain forever. Order? Fucking hell. That was a gamble. That was a 50-50, and it was actually not a 50-50, but I'm like fighting game pilled right now. My friend, my teacher, my sensei, my master, the one that I'm scared of them finding my channel because, well, they played World of Horror for like 20 minutes and then never picked the game up again, which hopefully they never do ever again. I'm anti-woe pilled in this one very specific instance because I don't want them to, I do not want them to find out. Mostly just because it's funnier. That they don't know that I'm like the World of Horror demon, right? That I'm like the demon, that I am the, like, I'm the goat of the Shiikawa Lighthouse, honestly. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck did I just do? I completely forgot I took this. It's like good, so obviously that's why I took it, but like holy shit, that was like a jump scare, man. I'll hit like once. I'm okay with this. Because you're not gonna kill my Gremlin. I want to make the Gremlin jump in the air, man. That's like my biggest complaint with this game, which is like very funny that that's my biggest complaint with this game, is that I just want to be able to make the summons jump. Because you can pet the dog witch, you can make the dog witch bark, but you can't interact with your summons at all. Okay, motherfucker. Alright, you son of a bitch. I've actually been Gremlin maxing recently. I've been doing Gremlin builds, and I've had some runs where my most played units were, or my most played dice were Gremlins. So I'm kind of starting to learn. But my my friend, who I'm worried about them finding the channel because of World of Horror, they've been, oh my god, that was so lucky. They've been teaching me how to play fighting games because here's the thing. The kind of person that I am, oh crap. That would have been so fucking awesome, man, if it was just slightly the other way around. Is I'm the kind of person who I want to learn something by throwing myself at the brick wall over and over and over again until either my brain breaks or the brick wall breaks, because that's the kind of beast that I am, right? That's how I learned League of Legends. That's how I learned World of Horror, Dog Witch. Depth is probably my biggest. Oh my god. Oh, you can't do this to me, dude. Peak and peak. Like, here's the thing, Pitchfork works so fucking well with Wand Manual, and vice versa. Like, okay, what wands do we get that we care about, like, Wand Manual, right? Pitchfork, Pain, Fire Stick, Wrench, Dead Snake. And then what do we care, like, if we get Pitchfork? Like, the thing about Pitchfork is that you want wand damage, because when you corrupt it, it does wand damage adjacent. I think we already have AoE in the Spicy Bone, so I'll go ahead and take this. Alright, motherfucker, if you let me get 3 bones, you lose instantly. So, just be warned, Big Bad Tree. You knew, going into this matchup, how it was gonna go. Yeah? It's a good turn, by the way. It's a good turn. I look inside, it's a good turn. I ask if it's a bad turn or a good turn. The cashier looks at me confused. I pull out a diagram. It's a good turn, Webweaver. It's a good fucking turn. What am I doing, man? You let me get 3 bones in your cook, bro. Fire beats tree. That's actually not even, like, entirely true, by the way. In some scenarios, trees are actually, like, fire resistant because they have water in, like, they store water in the logs. Just a little fun fact. That some trees, I'm trying to remember what tree it is. I don't remember if it's, like, palm tree or whatever. But there's, like, a kind of tree that likes to get struck by, that gets, like, struck by lightning, and it's just totally fine. Because it just, like, redirects the lightning like it's fucking a firebender or something, you know what I mean? Most unhinged reference that you'd never expect me to make. When's the last time I talked about Avatar? Is it when I did my first, like, Korra watch-through, like, a long time ago? Because there's, like, I've been exposed to Legend of Korra discourse for so long that I was like, oh no. Oh no, dude, what do I commit to? Oh, thank God. Okay. Alright, we're good. That I wanted to have my, oh man, it's all so fucking good. 2 versus 4, I'm gonna go with the spicy bone. I know that's crazy, but you don't actually need that much wand damage in this game, that I think it kind of becomes just a little bit silly at some point, where it's like, you get so much wand damage that you just sort of, like, kill them, and it's not even worth it, right? Like, it's just sort of like ego farming, honestly. Unfortunately, I can't really, like, save you, Gremlin. I'm sorry. But the thing about fighting games and, like, learning fighting games is that when you are learning a fighting game, there is so much, like, technical debt. There's so much, like, knowledge debt and technical debt that other people have been paying for, like, decades that I haven't. And so I have to learn, like, how to do combos, how to do the inputs, how to do the, you know, I have to learn about, like, character matchups and character archetypes. There's just so much debt that I have to pay to figure this shit out. And so I do just go into, like, Street Fighter Ranked or whatever, and I just throw myself at the brick wall. But it's like I'm fighting people. And the reason why I accepted the training finally, because he's been trying to teach me for, you know, probably about, I mean, it's what I said. He's been trying to teach me for probably about, like, over a month, or, like, a month and a half now or whatever. And, the thing is about it, ooh, I mean, I gotta go for the high roll. God damn right. They've been trying to teach me for a while, and it's, I've been dodging them because it's like, well, yeah, I get it, but, like, you know, I want to run against the brick wall because that's just sort of how I enjoy playing video games. But the problem is that I was fighting people in Street Fighter 6 Ranked who were, like, bad, and I knew what they were going to do before they, like, did it. And I'm, like, annoyed that they were getting me, because it's like, I don't know how to counter them because they're doing, like, I don't know the buttons, or I don't know, like, you know, the very simple, like, this is how you get through what they're doing. And it was annoying me because it's like, okay, you're bad, and I could tell you're bad, but I'm not even in, like, the, you know, the ballpark of being able to fight you because I've got no clue what's going on. So, you know, we loaded up Street Fighter V because that's the game that I would rather... Ooh. Fell for it again award. So I actually do have a plan, by the way, that I think I am managing okay right now, but I'll tell you more about it later if we manage to get to the end of the loop, if that makes sense. Because I do have a... I don't know why I did it like that. I have a concrete plan. That's insane. What those psychos just did to me. Hello? I wanted the high roll, man. I wanted the high roll so bad. But yeah, like, I'm fighting these people, and it's like, I know that you're bad, for lack of a better word. But it's like, I just don't know how to, like, defeat you, or even be in the ballpark of being able to fight you. And that was really frustrating, because it's like, I can tell that if I knew what I was doing, or, like, I knew the controls, I could beat you up. Okay, sure, yeah, why the frick not, man? Sure, why not? It's fine. So, we booted up into Street Fighter V because I am the kind of person that I want to play, like, specific characters in games. I don't one-trick because I like playing, like, I like the variety. Like, here's the thing, I'm a Briar main in League of Legends, right? But I play, like, 30 champions. And that's a little, like, greedy, but I just sort of enjoy playing those champions. You know what I mean? Like, I'll pick up a champion, and I've played League of Legends long enough that I have, like... Because it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing about, like, the debt that you have to pay to, like, play the game. Is in League of Legends, you have to go through so much MOBA... Alright, sure. Alright, fine, yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, why not? You have to go through so much MOBA bullshit in order to get, like, on the ground floor to make the game playable. And the thing about, you know, I've done that. I've been playing League of Legends for over God knows how long at this point. I probably don't even want to know. We're just dead, by the way. Oh. I will never win this fucking loop challenge, man. Okay, so the strategy, and I want to say the strategy just in case people think that I'm playing, like, wrong on purpose. But the problem that we ran up to every single Endless Hat run that went well is that we took all the good shit at the beginning, and then we just got fucked. So I'm trying to take, like, mediocre things for the sole purpose of just, like, winning the first run and then getting the good shit later. The later, the better. But that's sort of like... So I was taking things that I don't really respect or like very much. Sure, I'll take things that I don't really respect or like very much, but think are good enough to win the run. And I think we just got a little bit of unlucky, and then also, like, I'm bad, so, you know, you have to keep into... there's a few things you have to keep account for. But, like, I can pick up a character in League of Legends, and I can play that character pretty well. This is going off topic of the point that I was trying to make. But, like, I can pick up a character in League of Legends, and I can play that character decently well. There's not really, like, a lot that I have to, like, do for the sole purpose of learning, like, a character, right? I can pick up a character, and if they're complicated, then that's a little bit different, but most of the time I can get a handle on a character, like, immediately, and I can go into a norms game having not played the character before and do pretty well. It helps if they're simple, of course. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm the GOAT. Like, I'm not first picking Mundo and Worlds, alright? I'm not that good. Oh, man. Both of these things are so fucking good, and we see them both at the same time. I'm gonna take little beasties, even though they're not very good until we corrupt them. Because we're gonna fight the tree, right? And we're gonna, like, cry. And when I'm just about crying, I found a diamond tier item. Oh, I was trying to go for the high roll, man. I don't even know if it is a high roll, because we don't have it corrupted, so it's not actually going to be that good. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, whatever, it's fine. The beastie's going to die next turn. That's completely okay. We'll just work on this guy, I guess. I wanted to go for the high roll! I want to gamble. I love gambling. I love 50-50s. I love mind games, but you can't mind game a triangle! And we can probably kill it, right? I'm gonna lose my mind. You cannot... Like, what was that, like 6 little beasties? Okay. It's over for you. It's, like, so bad, man. It's, like, actually not even good. It's, like, okay what just happened, but, like, goddamn. I'm gonna crash out, actually, by the way. I was having such amazing luck, and then the moment I turned the camera on, it's like, OBS detected. Initiating troll mode. Sure, why not? We're seeing a lot of dog shit right now, which is good. The only problem is that the longer we see dog shit, the, like, you know, the sooner we're gonna see. Like, we saw 3 dog shit items back to back, so that means we're gonna start seeing good shit soon. And we've already gotten, like, one of the best guys in the game, so it's very, it's a little unfortunate, right? Oh my god, the snipe of a lifetime, bro. We're corrupting the little beasties, though, for sure. Just because, like, you can win a run off of little beasties, I don't think you can... Can you win a run off of this? I don't know if you can. But, like, maybe. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong, and Channel can just spam it, but... That's a synergy that we have to work towards, and then it's a synergy that we immediately lose. Oh my god. Do I care about their HP? I guess I do. If they could both be at 3 before the enemies spawn again, I guess that would be nice. But what if we just kill you? Bro, get fucking magic tricked on, nerd. That's awesome. I almost feel like we should, like, try to play into the wand a little bit more. But the beasties are strong, we just need something to enable them, or they need to get, like, 2 turns. Like, I guess that's the problem with beasties, right? Is that they need 2 turns, and the enemies in the desert are not gonna give them 2 turns. Come on, man. I feel like I'm being trolled. Like, every time I roll the dice, I feel like I'm being, like, completely fucking trolled. Like, I am being punked, though, right? Like, we can all agree? The sunk cost Falaki, dude! Don't worry. We're gonna get, like, some AoE god-tier cards from the card trick. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Check this shit out. Oh my god. I don't think it's good, but, like, sure. We've got that all damage protection. Oh shit, I have 3 poison. Oh shit, I have 3 poison. Go my beasties. My beasties are dead? How could this happen? Can you? Thank you. Okay. Abraca. Everybody knows the famous Abraca. Sounds like a... Sounds like a bad spell name from that one funny wizard thing. That Hatsune Miku wrote. Get me out of the poison hell, bro. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about, by the way, right? Like, you gotta put 2 bad bitches up against each other, and it's like, I'll go Beast Ring, because I think I'll go Beast Mode Ring. But it's not looking too good, actually. This is hell, by the way, actually. You do not want to be in this situation. Yeah, it's bad. I would have preferred to get another beastie so that one of the... Well, actually, no, the beasties can heal themselves, actually. That's fine. Because that guy's gonna be able to live? Question mark? Because if this guy gets hit, if the guy in the front gets hit, that's unlucky. If I get hit, that's unlucky. That's the only way that was gonna work, but... You know, now we just kind of, like, go... Yeah? The, like, insidious 9-9 beasties just waiting in the corner while I'm just killing them with the wand over and over again. Yeah, Explode Soul's good. I like it. The beastie gets, like, really strong, and then we can just, like, cast Tactical Nuke. I'm scared. I am afraid. I am very much afraid. I am very much afraid. I am very much afraid. I think I should have been more aggressive. I was even thinking about doing the wand charge thing. I just realized that, like, these guys are very fucking scary, actually. And I'm looking here, and it's like, they're all doing damage to the first one! We might be cooked, guys. Why did I do that? Can anybody tell me why I just did that? Hit me so I can charge the wand to make the beasties stronger, please. Oh my god, it's over. Okay, order? Order in the court? We get 2 of these. We get 2 of these. Sorry, we get 2 of these, like I said. Like I fucking said, we get 2 of these? Did I stutter? Because everything, I figured out, thinking about it, everything that we take for our first build has to be replaced, right? So, unfortunately, we have a really good wand enabler here. We have a really good curse. The bone is, like, the only thing that I'm not, like... I mean, the bone's good, too. Like, the bone is fine. These 2, I think, are just good. I almost want to take Power Necklace just to make base wand better. Headache is really good. Everything, all of our options were really good. Just making the curse better is really good. Making the bone better is really good. You know, bosses have really high resist, so sometimes it's better to just do the AoE spooky bone. Like, I mean, you can't really go wrong with how the option was presented to us. So, you know, I'm not really gonna... Okay, I'm gonna complain about that, though. I didn't need a fucking wand anyways. I didn't need a beastie anyways. It's not like I won't be able to do any damage. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's the worst, actually. It's never been worse than it is right now. No, please, please. Okay, okay, alright. We're just losing over half of our health. Just losing over half of our health. No worries about it, guys. I do need to do this. Yeah, no offense, but that guy's gotta go. The beasties are starting to get stable. They'll be able to live soon. What does this do? Holy shit, it's broken, actually. God damn. God damn. I mean, it's a shame I'm thinking it's a shame that we're gonna lose this shit in the next loop. I just hope that we can replace it with something goddamn better. But, like, not gonna lie, that's kind of fucking sick. Actually, you're dead. What did I say? It's Explode Soul Truth Nuke. You always keep it in mind in the back of your head. I'm gonna go B-String. I'm gonna go B-String. I think Channel probably would have been better, but I'm a little scared of taking the full 3 damage, because we gotta fight all our way through the mountain. And the mountain punishes builds like ours so freaking hard, bro. I would like to do that, though, because it makes our beastie a little bit better. Now, I'm very scared. That was the best way that could have possibly went. So I am never going to complain ever again. That's not true. I will. Only one of the beasties will survive because I'm very silly. The beastie will survive, and I'll get hit for 3 because the boss hates me. Hopefully the boss kills my little beastie. It's actually, like, kind of bad. It would have been better if the boss hit the front beastie, but, you know, I'm not gonna... I'm a little kind of scared, not gonna lie. Very colossally bad with how that went out, like, priority-wise, but, you know. It's not the worst. We still have a wand. We still do indeed have a wand. But, I'm a little worried. I think that's a little bit fair, yeah? Yeah, alright. Sure, why not? Shine Kakyoin. The 2 next fights are gonna be really bad. We're going all in on this beastie thing, and then the card trick is just what we pull out of our ass. You're gonna quickly find that our build does not work against, the 2 motherfuckers that you're, like, these guys. And then also, the next fight, whether it be the ghosts or the witches, whatever the other 2 fights can be. Mostly just because, like, we're kinda cooked just a little bit. We're a little cooked. Now, how are we gonna get out of this? The answer is, hopefully the beastie gets hit. That's only, you know, a part of the battle. You might say order, but I say I'm not rolling that shit. Alright. Okay. Okay. I am not going to corrupt this, by the way. Well, okay, here's the thing. We have, like, 30 other things that we should corrupt first. But the reason why I'm not is because... even though I almost got the highest roll of them all, honestly. It was almost the greatest high roll of all time. Even though it would have just been +1/+1. It's probably better to scale them with the books, honestly. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? No! Okay, we might have just lost off of that. And that's like a demon. That's a demon technique right there. The idea of, like, yeah, we're taking, like, half of our health. That's the, that is the demon technique. You want to see something even worse? It was worse. It was so much worse. Because she's gonna be, doing the damage next turn. So it's like, why the fuck did I do it like that? Okay, I was just throwing, by the way. I was just throwing. I tried to do the Demon of Babylon technique, and I died for it. You know, you dance with the devil, you dance in hell. It really sucks, because, like, I'm purposely, like... The thing is that's, like... Okay, here's the problem with my strategy, I think, about, like, taking things that are, like, bad, or, like, focusing on beasties with, like, bad wand support, is that, I mean, it wasn't even bad wand support, it's just you really need to corrupt that shit to make it, like, good, you know? Or you need to have, like, extra dice or something, which you can't get if you're, like, going, like, beastie maxing. The problem is, and I always knew Mountain was gonna be fucking hard, because it's, like, Mountain punishes slow builds so fucking hard. Unless it's, like, Crab. Crab is, like, actually the best. If you have a slow build, Crab is, like, the easiest boss in the game. Especially if your slow build is Wand Manual. No, it's, like... The problem with my idea is that it's completely random what you get, and you have to replace it all anyways, so I think it might actually just be better to take the best things that you see, because you're never going to see those things again anyways, and you just, like, pray to God that you get, like, okay to, like, good, like, okay. Loop 1, you know, you never want to see, like, what are, like, the best ones, right? Like, Parrot Wand, Unicorn Horn, Flute, Dead Snake is pretty good. Maybe you lose too much tempo with Dead Snake. You want to see Honey Dipper, you know? Honey Dipper is great. Pitchfork is great. Pain is great. But if you see all three of them, you're like, fuck, man. Like, if you see... Like, there's not really... Like, that's the problem, I guess, is, like, when you see one of these things and it's good, right? Like, if you see Claybat or Skeleton Key or Monkey Toy, maybe even Voodoo Doll, too, there's not actually a lot of good curses, are there? Like, Spiral Charm is good, I guess. I just don't really think of it as good, even though it is. Rabbit's Foot is good if you corrupt it, but only if you corrupt it. I think it's bad unless you don't. Just because the rage, like, will really fuck you over. With spells, it's like most spells suck, so it's like, you know, whatever there. Summons, it's like if you see goblins, trolls, you know, little beasties, maybe little beasties don't have the tempo. You need a very specific build for little beasties. But, like, if you see, like, trolls, goblins, gun rats, you know, if you see something like that, if you see those three in the early game, you're just kind of like, fuck, dude. And, you know, I think, like, it really is just wands and books, I think, that this is, like, the bad part. Because, like, everything else I think you can kind of tech, unless you have, like, a linchpin for a specific build, but... Anyways, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.